All right, everybody, welcome to Unit 1. So imagine you go to a cafe, there's so many people there that you're forced to sit at a table with strangers. How would you handle that situation?
Now, in America, you'd be kind of uncomfortable. You'd probably want to go find a different table. But in China, that is actually a pretty common occurrence.
So if two people were at this table and they just met for the first time, what would a conversation between them sound like? Well, let's listen to this dialogue.
Let's check it out.
你好，请问你会说中文吗？
我会说一点。
你贵姓？
我姓张，叫张杰。你叫什么名字呢？
我姓陈，叫陈爱丽。张先生，你是中国人吗？
不是，我是美国人。陈小姐，你是美国人吗？
是，我是美国人。
All right, so how it's going to work from this point forward is we're going to give you a sentence to listen to, a sentence from the dialogue. Then we're going to break down all of the words within that sentence. We'll teach you what they mean. You'll feel good about them. You will have practiced. And then we're going to have you listen to that sentence again. And you're going to understand.
And enjoy it.
All right, so we're going to start that right now. Let's get into the first sentence and the first words of this sentence in this dialogue.
Let's do it.
你好，请问你会说中文吗？
Okay, so let's break this down into its components. Now, the first word or phrase that you heard was 你好. Now, 你好literally means you good. It's 你, third tone, which means you, and 好, also third tone, which means good. Now, what's special about that?
Did you know? Did you know or did you know that in Chinese Sign Language it's the same thing? You would point at somebody for you, 你, and then a thumbs up for good, 好. Okay, so to say 你好, that's what it would be. You good? Same thing in the spoken language.
It's amazing. It's almost like you planned to say that before we started filming.
Could you believe it?
It's amazing. So now we're going to go ahead and break that down and practice it. But first, I want to point out, 你 is a third tone, 好 is a third tone. But when you put two third tone words together, the first of those changes to a second tone. So instead of saying 你好, which is kind of a bit of a strain, we say 你好, 你好. Also, in daily conversation, they don't often repeat or often pronounce the entirety of the third tone. So instead of saying 你好, it often just sounds like 你好, 你好. The 好 just kind of falls down. Now that's not to be confused with a fourth tone, which is like spiking a football. It's very hard. 你好. It's not like that. It's 你好, which is where it just kind of drops off.
Right. Now you'll also notice when it comes to meeting somebody for the first time, they may use the respectful form of the word 你, you, and that would be 您, N-I-N in the second tone. So instead of saying 你好, they may say 您好. Now, you can use either one. That's up to you. But just keep in mind that 您 is a little bit more respectful.
Absolutely. So let's practice saying 你好 together.
First, let's practice saying 你 2 times. 你.
你
Do you remember what 你 means? It means you. Let's practice saying 好 2 times together. 好.
好
Do you remember what 好 means? It means good. How do these words sound if you put them together? 你好. Repeat that after us. 你好.
你好
So how do you say hello in Chinese? 你好.
你好
Notice how the word 你 turns into a second tone when followed by the word 好. That's because when 2 third tones are together, the first third tone becomes a second tone. 你好.
你好，
你好，请问你会说中文吗？